Hi everyone, it's nearly Christmas and it seems to have rather snuck up on everyone this year after what's been quite a trying year. So if you're one of those people that's been rather taken by surprise by how fast Christmas has come around and you're struggling to think of what to buy, then we might just have the solution for you right here today as we speak to friend of the brand, Annick Ireland, the founder of the fantastic online platform, Immaculate Vegan. Immaculate Vegan is a curated marketplace where you can find all sorts of inspiring fashion, accessories, lifestyle, and great gifting ideas. So welcome, Annick. Thank you for joining us today. How are you doing?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing really well, thank you.
So Annick, it is that time of the year when we all sort of struggle to find gifts for certain members of our family or friends. What's been flying off the shelf so far this year?
Oh, well, we're a young business, so our growth has been amazing. We're very we're super pleased by how it's been going this year. So we've had a lot of things doing really, really well. I've got to say, I'm not saying this because I'm talking to you, but genuinely, the Watson and Wolf products have been probably top of the tree, I'd say.
That's good to know,
particularly for the last weekend. So we're selling lots of wallets, lots of belts, particularly the cork belts are doing really well. And of course, the beautiful women's bag. So the Wilton crossbody bag, which you had in that gorgeous cognac colorway now in the rust colorway. I think that's kind of already been a bestseller, and I think is set to continue. So those are doing really, really well. I mean, I think in general, from our customers anyway, and hopefully this is the case elsewhere, I think we are seeing people just spend a bit more effort and investing a bit more in buying fewer things, but buying better things. And I think so Christmas is a great time to do that, isn't it? I think particularly if you're maybe buying for non-vegans and you want to show them how amazing vegan stuff can be, and surprise them, you want to get things that are really beautiful quality, that are made with really beautiful vegan leathers. So we are seeing people buy really nice wallets, really nice handbags, lots of that kind of stuff. But also, I mean, there's lots of other, I guess, categories that do really well around this time of year. So we're selling lots of watches. They're really nice gift item. We're selling lots of, I've got one here. I've had it on my knees because I'm a bit cold. So this beautiful kind of blanket by Lux Linen, which is one of our brands, and they hand make everything in Turkey. It's all hand woven, really lovely, warm, vegan, so no wool. So we're selling lots of those. We just launched a new jewelry category, which is really exciting as well. So that's kind of doing really well. So yeah, lots of different things and at different price points as well.
Do you think that around the subject of buying less and paying a bit more has a lot to do with the education that's happened around the last 12 months from fashion revolution and, talking about sustainability and the pandemic and all of that? Do you think that's had something to do with it? Have you definitely seen a shift there?
Yeah, yes, 100%. I mean, look, I think unfortunately we still all see the headlines, don't we, where you see sales of Boohoo and other fast fashion brands massively increasing as well. So it's not that that's stopped, but I think we've also seen at the same time amazing growth for sustainable and ethical brands as well, and also lots of mainstream brands that are now launching more ethical and sustainable collections. So there obviously is a load of greenwashing as well, 100%. But yeah, we're definitely seeing that from consumers, I think. And I think it's a combination, isn't it? I think there's obviously so much more focus now on the environment, with climate change, global warming has become a real and urgent issue for many people, where it was kind of maybe not so present before. And obviously COVID has kind of, I think, exacerbated that to some extent in that people are kind of realizing there is a strong link between what we do as humans and things like, how we treat animals, deforestation, animal agriculture, and the kind of environments we therefore create through doing that can be quite harmful to us. So yeah, it feels like there's just been a lot of exposure around environmental and animal kind of concerns, as well as fast fashion and the sort of terrible effect that has, in terms of ethical labor, which Fashion Revolution do an amazing job of exposing, and actually loads of other groups, are doing as well.
And we might even see, there are lots of brands having supply chain issues as a result of the pandemic and all of that. We might even see a whole lot less stuff bought that people would now identify as maybe being wasteful or single-use plastics, or toys that maybe aren't going to last quite so long, and that you hope that that's going to happen over the next few years as well, that people will start identifying things will last longer.
I think, yeah, because that's a big part of sustainability, isn't it? It's not just obviously buying things that are where the materials are sustainable and where, you know, the labor is ethical, but it is also just buying better quality things that will last a really long time, so that you're not throwing it out every season, or, you know, wearing it a couple of times and it goes into landfill. So I think, yeah, the quality aspect is really, really important. I think the other side that we're seeing a lot amongst the younger generations, people buying more secondhand as well. And it's become trendy. It's become, you know, a good thing to do, right? Rather than something that you're maybe a bit ashamed about. So I think that whole sort of transformation in the sort of the pre-loved space is also really helping. Hopefully people who, you know, who have really got to shop on a very tight budget, but who don't just want to go and buy loads of fast fashion when they feel really uncomfortable about how it's made and who it's made by.
Definitely. And so, Annick, if you had to pick from your beautiful collection of things,
no.
I know, sorry, I'm going to pick on the spot now. Let's say two things for girls that you think, let's say different price points. So one, if there's something like, you know, at the lower end of the price point scale, and one where money was no object, what would you choose?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, if money, okay, can I choose two at a high price point? I find it really hard to choose because I really want to choose. So it's not quite money is no object, but I think maybe the most expensive item I'll choose is we have this cactus leather bag by a brand called Frida Rome. It's their only product. It's handmade in Manchester. It's absolutely stunning. If I've got one upstairs, I should have brought it here. Everyone in our team has got it. It is really expensive. I mean, it's handmade. You know, it's very expensive leather. But it's a total lifetime piece. So I would say that's one. That's about £270. So that is an expensive piece. I would say another piece, you know, less expensive, but still a premium product, I would say, is your Wilton bag. I mean, I think that is just one of the most classic kind of items that you could have. It'll go with everything and you'll just have it forever. Less expensive, I would say. So we've got some really nice jewelry pieces under £50, which I think are really giftable. Again, you know, all ethical, all sustainable, recycled metals, you know, handmade by artisans, which are, you know, there's a lot of investment in their training. We have a great UK brand called Little by Little who makes beautiful stuff, you know, in that area. So I'd say that's one. And I would say also we've got some lovely beauty gift sets that are under £50 as well. There's an amazing brand called 5 Dot Botanics. They're UK brands. Everything they make has only got 5 ingredients, and they're the best ingredients as well. So it's, you know, if you love minimal but obviously vegan, natural, healthy skincare, they're a really lovely brand to go for as well. So that's my stuff for women. Sorry, I know that's more than I was allowed.
And we must remember, obviously, because just hearing you talk about those brands is that, you know, much of the time when we're shopping on Immaculate Vegan, we're also supporting small independent retailers, aren't we? And lots of the time we're supporting 100%. British businesses as well, aren't we?
Yeah, very much so. And British businesses are having a really hard time. I mean, you know, everyone is finding Brexit, I assume, because we are, extremely difficult to navigate. You know, so already some markets have just become so much harder for British businesses, particularly small businesses who can't afford lots of warehousing in Europe or all the, you know, quite expensive logistics to kind of get that working well. So yeah, I think you are absolutely supporting an amazing brands, right? Like all of our brands have amazing stories. They're led by people who genuinely want to make a difference in the world. And who are doing this from love and passion for what they do. So that for me is, I think, the most important thing. That's what I try to do. I try to support brands that I really want to do well in the world, I think. And this is a great time to do it, isn't it?
Marvellous. It really is. Okay, so we've done girls, Annick. Now it's another question for the boys. Yeah, so let's talk about boys now, because obviously we have a you know, this is where we kind of come from, boys. But you know, I felt they were underrepresented in the vegan market when we started, and I believe to a point they still are.
Yeah, I think so.
And so there's a lot we can do this year, hopefully next year, to help bridge that gap. But if you're buying for a guy, let's do the same. So let's do your 2 if money was no object, and 2 at a low price point. Let's see, under £50.
Ooh, okay, so if money was no object, we have a lovely brand called 457 Anew, who's actually, they're a Canadian brand, and they are founded by a guy called Inder Bedi, who started Mat and Nat, who many, you know, you might have heard of. A beautiful brand. They hand make everything in Montreal, in Canada. Gorgeous coats and gorgeous bags. These are a lot of cactus leather as well. They are on the pricey end, but like the quality is just up there. So they have some lovely men's things. So I would say, yeah, they're a great one to look out for. And I think, yeah, if you're looking for, again, sort of, you know, the sort of £50 mark, I mean, I would choose one of your wallets and one of your belts. And the reason, I think, is, again, well, one, they're just really classic items. I think you want to get somebody something that is just going to be in their wardrobe forever, right, for a long time, and they're going to, and also just practical, they're going to use it a lot. I think the other thing is, for me, I just love buying people things where it's going to surprise them. So I remember seeing your stuff for the first time and being really surprised that it was vegan leather, because I hadn't at that time seen that kind of quality of vegan leather. And it just, you know, I think you could get it for somebody and they wouldn't know. And then there's that lovely, like, oh, by the way, did you realize, you know, it's got no animals.
Yeah.
So that's what I would choose.
Fabulous. And what about, okay, so I've now got a homey question, because you've obviously expanded your categories quite considerably over the last couple of years to now include, you know, home accessories and things like that. I mean, I know you've got this lovely comfortable blanket on your knees. Would that be in your suggestions list for a home gift for somebody?
Definitely. So our home category is quite small at the moment. We basically just concentrated on, just because we've spent, you know, a lot of our efforts really building up shoes and bags, because I think that's where a lot of vegans really struggle, obviously because of leather. But yeah, so we've got a beautiful brand called Lux Linen, who do lots of lovely throws, the Turkish peştemal, which is essentially a really flexible kind of textile you can use as a throw, a sarong, a towel, all kinds of things. So they're a great homeware brand, I think. And we also have some really lovely candles by a brand called Sunday of London, all plant-based, essential oils, no nasties, you know, no palm oil. They're a really lovely brand, and they have some gorgeous scents as well. I love candles. Like my house is filled with candles. I can't get enough of them. So I think they're a really nice gift as well for home.
And Turkey, I mean, just going back to that throw in Turkey, I mean, we manufacture in Turkey, and you know, people are always like, you know, a bit, I mean, the craftsmanship coming out of Turkey is superb.
It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah. And a lot of family-run businesses, my understanding, you know.
Indeed, we use a family-run business, you know, and you get a really nice service, you know, that's really personal, and they really want to, and they're perfectionists, you know. So if something isn't right, they're not happy. If they're not happy, they don't want to send you what they've done. And I think that's a fantastic ethos, which you don't often see in manufacturing. Great. And so if anyone gets stuck in that, and they don't know what to get somebody, can they buy a gift voucher?
Yes, so we have gift cards from everything, I think, from £25 to £250. If anyone wants a different price point, we can create it, so it's really easy. So yeah, that's a really good option, isn't it? I think, again, another factor I think around sustainability is you don't want to get somebody something just for the sake of it. You want to make sure that everything you're getting somebody is really going to be used and cherished and, you know, and worn. So I think, yeah, if you're not sure, you know, go for a gift card. It's a great option. Also, if you just forget and it's Christmas morning and you think, oh, I've got somebody coming around, I haven't got them anything, that, you know, it's a lovely option for that as well, because so you can buy one and we can send it via any way you want, email, social media, and no one will know you've forgotten them. It'll look like it's been beautifully timed to arrive perfectly on Christmas Day.
And the thing with gift vouchers is that also, because if somebody wants something, and we're talking about sustainability here, and you want to pay a little bit more for something that's high quality and sustainable, ethically made, you may not have the budget for that yourself. But in terms of gift vouchers, you can club together with 2 or 3 other people to buy a gift voucher value that's enough for that person. So, and then they can choose whatever they want. So I think gift vouchers are a great idea, especially, as you say, for buying, you know, either clubbing together, as I said, or, you know, to buy something or to get someone something that you know they're going to use, and they can choose something they're going to love themselves.
Exactly. And no gift wrapping either. So, saves you the hassle and saves the trees.
only the cost of the carbon footprint of sending an email.
Exactly. Nothing, almost nothing. Not nothing, but almost nothing.
Almost nothing. And so how are you going to be spending Christmas this year, Annick?
We're going to have loads of friends round and some family as well. So we've got quite a big one. We've got about 10 people. I'm going to actually start the day, hopefully, with an outdoor swim. So I've just recently started outdoor swimming. I started in September and have kind of been acclimatizing myself. So the aim with a couple of friends is, you know, we're all doing it for the first time. We're going to really try and have a lovely cold swim first thing in the morning. And if we survive that, then yeah, it's just gonna be a day of lots of lovely food, you know, lots of booze, lots of lovely wine, and just chilling out, I think. Yeah, it'd be nice.
Nice, sounds lovely. I mean, that's obviously, we have to bear in mind that we will have an upset of the COVID thing this year, which we're hoping, fingers crossed, we won't.
Yes, that's if we're actually allowed to get together.
Yeah.
I mean, we all live super near each other, so hopefully that'll be okay. But yeah, if it's, I mean, you know, last year we didn't. We had one person in our bubble. And we just had a nice walk with the dog in the morning, and you know, we still had a really nice day. So, you know, you can do it, can't you? But I think it would just be so, after the year, it would just be so nice if we can get together.
I totally agree. I think everyone sort of needs that this year. After this year, so I mean, well, let's hope nothing upsets the apple cart. And Annick, thank you so much for joining us, and I wish you the very best in the run up to Christmas with Immaculate Vegan, and
thank you so much. You
an
too.
Enjoyable and wonderful Christmas.
Lovely. You as well, Helen. Thank you so much for having me.
Take care, Annick. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.